Hello and welcome to The Long View with me, Jon Jordan. This is a first time user experience video. This is where we play a game for the first time. As you can see, we're playing Marching Legions. So it's published by Nexon, developed by Cocoon Games. Nexon is the big free-to-play Korean Japanese company. So kind of originally based in Korea, now floated on the Japanese stock exchange, or have been for a while. But a pretty global company, has its sales throughout the world. Has been doing a lot more on mobile in recent years. Actually, has in the US has Nexon M is the mobile branch, where a lot of its Western developed games are released. So I'm guessing this is probably a Korean developed game, certainly an Asian developed game. So, as often happens with first time user experience videos, we have a bit of a delay while the game downloads additional files. So this is a kind of a bad thing, obviously. When you download a game, you want it to start fairly quickly. Sometimes, obviously, there is some sort of update or small file that needs to be downloaded to kind of get the game started. That's just kind of how free-to-play games work these days. Having a very big download like this one seems to be is not a good way to start an experience. People want to, particularly on mobile, I think, which is a very fast kind of time fill experience. People want to go, oh, that looks nice, get it, download it from the App Store, straight into it, and be playing something. Obviously, sometimes the full game might require kind of a big patch download or something. But to get the initial experience, get the tutorial, which is really a large part of what the first time user experience is about, it should be good to go straight away. And particularly if you look at companies, I mean, the best example is Supercell. Supercell's games always start very, very quickly, normally within 20 seconds, even if they are downloading a small update. You never have this enormous, great kind of additional file thing happening. Again, obviously, different types of games do require different type of assets. We don't know with this game at the moment if it's obviously if you're playing in a kind of a 3D game, the 3D assets, they're much bigger. And the other thing to say, in general, games developed in Japan and Korea, where they have pretty fast download speeds on mobile anyway, tend to, just because developers have got into the mindset of, oh, it's these downloads are actually quite fast because we have fast networks. In the West, Wi-Fi and connection and cellular connections can be good, can not be good. It really depends on where you are. And often in places like China, the download speeds are generally not so good, and also can be very expensive downloading data. So this is why you kind of sometimes have these games developed in certain countries really don't localize very well in other territories, purely because of things like, if I'm going to wait how long. So I started the game up, and now I've been waiting over almost 3.5 minutes for this additional download thing to happen. Obviously, a certain number of people at this stage will just go, can't be bothered, and either just go off and play something else, or maybe go off, play something else, and delete this and never come back to it. So you only have a certain, obviously you only have one chance to make a first impression. But often, particularly with free-to-play mobile games, there's so many of them being released all the time. If you actually get someone to download your game, and now see it's going really fast, if you actually get someone to download your game, which is a hard thing, something you might have paid people to do for an advert, you really have to make sure you're giving them the best experience. And however brilliant this game might be, for every 10 seconds of wait time, you're probably losing another 5% of your people. So obviously I can't not play it because I'm doing a video on it. But if I wasn't doing a video on it, I would probably have not waited to see what the game was like and just said, well, I'm fine playing the 5 or 6 other games that I'm playing regularly. I don't need to try out this other new game. But as we've started, the other interesting thing is, even if it is a big download, often they will there'll be like a percentage of how long it's going to take. This hasn't done that. So here we go. We can log in. I can log into the game. I'm just going to go in as a guest at the moment. Obviously, these kind of people want you to log in with your real name, and they can kind of get you so your game save is secure. But I think people are getting more careful about what they, certainly with stuff like Facebook and things, what they use. They don't really know what information is going to be, how that's going to be used by the game developer. So it's probably not good to have that that kind of put it in everyone as a guest maybe to start. And then when someone's done the tutorial, say, don't lose your game progress, log in through Facebook or Google or something like that. This is kind of the better way to put it in the kind of flow of the game. Again, this push notifications prompt can only be sent once. Whenever a developer does this, and I've not even played the game, I always say don't allow, because I just think it's ridiculous design. That prompt can only be shown once, so the developer can't fire that up again. If I change my mind, I could go into settings maybe and put on push notifications, but the good developers now will not put this in the initial download flow. They'll let you do the tutorial, and then after you've done the tutorial, they'll put up their own screen and say, hey, and then we have that. Yeah, I mean, whose fault's this? And just look at the way it's broken up the words. It's just very poor kind of experience, really. And it's actually not the download seems to be happening, so it's not incorrect. Okay, so in general. Oh, so there we go. So this is kind of an interesting situation where I downloaded this game and it's dead. So I don't know how that's happened. Decided to discontinue development. It's unfortunate news. So okay, well that is I think this comes up as the example of the worst first-time user experience ever. Not only has it taken me, 6.5 minutes to get to this stage, I've now found out that the game is being discontinued and won't be available. So why it's on an app store, I don't know. Okay, there we go. I think should we just leave it there and say no? Sorry. Okay, that's the end of that video. We have some other first-time user experience videos, which are probably a bit better than this. Or have to be better than this, because this is the worst one. So if you want to check out those, you can see maybe some better experiences of how you want to get people into your games. This is not this is not that game. Okay.